evening shoppers, welcome to MPH Bookstores at Mid Valley. In conjunction with MPH's Mid Valley 10th anniversary celebration, we are glad to have Tony Parsons celebrating with us by his side. Tony Parsons is the best-selling author of books such as My Favorite Wife, Starting Over, and also the Harry Silver series. His latest book is Men from the Boys in the Harry Silver series. Just for today, all of his books are on 5% discount. So without any much further ado, let's welcome Tony Parsons, live from London. The session will be moderated by The public are also welcome to ask Tony Parsons questions about his book.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi. I'm the moderator for this one. Hi. My first question for you is that, as you came from a journalistic background.
Yeah.
What have you brought from journalism into your writing?
I think that journalism gave me good work ethics, gave me good habits, taught me discipline. And I think that a novelist needs discipline. A lot of people think that you don't need as much discipline for writing novels because you don't have the rigors of deadlines coming up every week and every day. But I think you have to have very strict writing practices to finish a novel. Any novel is like running a marathon. And so I think my background as a journalist taught me that you have to go to work. And some days you don't feel like going to work. And some days you would prefer to stay in bed and hide your head under the pillow, but you have to get down and do it. So I think what I've learned, in answer to your question, I think what I learned from journalism was discipline.
I mean, do you have a writing ritual, now that you're just being a novelist on a full-time basis?
Every novelist in the world, and every novelist that ever lived, I think, has a writing ritual. And my ritual is 1,000 words a day, which works for me. Which you can write 1,000 words in an hour, or it can take you 10 hours. But that's what I do. And I'm really interested in the rituals of other writers. Graham Greene used to write 500 words a day. Stephen King, before he had his accident, used to write 3,000 words a day. So I must start as early as possible. I usually get up in the morning, eat a healthy breakfast, walk my daughter to school, and then come back and write my 1,000 words. And when the 1,000 words are done, I'm free. I'm a free man. I can do what I like. So it's a good... and when I was younger, I used to stay up all night writing, but I think once you become a parent, that becomes more difficult to do. So my ritual is 1,000 words a day, start as early as possible.
Great. I'm going to pass the microphone to the floor if anybody with questions. Anybody? No, then I'll continue to ask my questions. What kind of world do you think you are creating through your fiction?
I think my fiction depicts a realistic world. I think the reason that the books have been successful all over the world is because there are certain things that we all share. My books are published in about over 40 countries. And I think because at the centre of my books are family life, I think it's very easy for people to identify with stories about the difficulties between fathers and sons, between husbands and wives, between watching your parents get older, bringing children into the world. I think that these are things that are common to every culture, and I think it's a realistic world. I don't think it's a particularly cynical world, and I think there's a lot of cynicism in modern fiction, but I think it realistically depicts the problems that are common to all families around the world.
Tony, I just want to let you know that your video is off.
No, it's on. Okay.
Now it's on. Yes. We lost you for a while. You were talking about the realistic world that you were creating through your fiction, and it's all about relationships. In particular, I want to ask you to kind of complete the sentence. The relationship between a man and a woman is ...
The relationship between a man and a woman is ... The relationship between a man and a woman is the center of the universe. I think everything stems from that. Everything stems from, our search to find love, our search to find someone to bring family into the world. I think that these are basic human instincts. And there's an old song that says, "Women and girls rule my world," by Prince, and I always like that line, "Women and girls rule my world." So, yeah, I think the relationship between a man and a woman is very universe. Why not?
But you've also portrayed them as very difficult relationships, though.
Well, I think that's where the realism comes in. And it's also that's where the drama comes in. Novels need conflict. Novels need drama. Novels need the irony is to produce a novel, you need a settled life. You need a happy home. You can't have in a house where someone's throwing teacups at your head and then sit down and write 1,000 words. You need peace and you need calm and you need tranquility and contentment and happiness to produce. But you don't write books about that. Nobody would buy them. We want to find out about the moments of conflict, the moments of drama in life. So, I think that the world that's depicted in my novels is realistic, but I think it's optimistic. It's a world where we aspire to a happy ending, where we think that we do the right thing, all comes from mind of happy resolution. So I think that it's a world that most people can, especially the basis of a lot of the conflict between parents and children, between young children and young parents, and also between older parents and grown-up children. And I think that it's not difficult for anybody to recognise that stuff.
Any questions from anybody?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, and you? I just
Yeah, I'm
want
good,
to
thanks.
know which one of your stories is closer to your real life?
I think the story that is closest to my real life is Man and Boy. It was first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Man and Boy. A great book for an MBA everybody now. Special discount. I think birthday, to the biggest and best. Whoops. You there? Let me find you. Okay, I got you back. Yeah, Man and Boy is the closest. That was the first one, and that was the book that was, most first novels are the most autobiographical. That's when you're using the raw material of your life, turning it into fiction, changing things around, but essentially, your first novels are often built around real life. And certainly that was the case Man and Boy. The story is really, it's a story about a grandfather, father, and a young son. And, certainly, those three characters are very much based on my own father, who was a very old-fashioned, patrician father, war hero, working man, and the little boy was very much based on my son at the time, the Star Wars obsessed little cutie, and the guy in the middle was me. You do change things. You change things to, everything has to be a slave to the story. Everything has to help the story work. And I think that what a lot of younger writers or new writers don't understand is that you do have to sort of work for the reader. Certainly, I think the success of Man and Boy